Hello and welcome to the Idiots Talking Podcast. I'm Brayden.
And I'm Given.
And Given, what are we going to talk about today?
Just random stuff. I'd say the most set in stone topic is just the few songs that we've listened to.
Yeah.
Because
we had a plethora of people who gave songs.
Yeah.
Honestly,
so
I was kind of
3 songs.
I was kind of salty that Jesus didn't give a song, but now I'm kind of happy he did not.
Because there's just so many.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all the songs except yours, at least for me, were all over 5 minutes.
Oh, I thought you were going to say all the songs except for yours were good. I was about to be shot to the heart, dude.
Well, actually, you're going to be pleasantly surprised about my rating for your song.
You're going to be disappointed in my rating for your song.
Oh, all right.
But I still love you, so it's all good.
So do you want to talk about our weeks, Given?
Yeah. My week, I'd say the most surprising thing that's happened. Dude, I just realized, did we record? How many days ago did we record?
We recorded a week ago.
Okay, good. Then we're all good. I forgot what I had shared with you. So you know that chick in my class that always talks so much?
Yeah.
You ready for what she said? Possibly the most light-shedding thing she's ever said.
What?
She used to live in Sterling, Illinois.
No way, dude.
Yeah. Dude, she's she said it in her way. She's like, I used to live in this town called Sterling, and she's just saying a whole bunch of crap nobody needed to know. I'm like, God, it all makes sense. She had whatever was in the water there.
Okay, for people who don't know why that's relevant, we live in Sterling, Illinois.
That's where we live, yeah.
Yeah. That's where I am right now. Given's not because he's a weeb.
Yeah, I'm sorry for watching anime in college.
Dude, when this podcast is over, you got to tell me who she is.
I don't even know if we'd know her. I don't know when she was there, how long she was there.
Dude, we don't know that until you...
I don't know her name, so I can't tell you anything anyway. So, I'd say that was the most thing that happened.
That's an oof.
And then this whole week spring break is coming up for me in next week. The end of this week, is when it starts. And I'm going on a rock climbing trip with the rock climbing club, so there's been stuff trying to get that set up. It was originally going to be in Kentucky, and then it was going to rain or something, so now we're doing it in Colorado, which is a 13-hour drive.
Yeah, he's not coming back home, which is big lame.
Yeah, Brayden wanted to sex me while I was back home.
So now all I have to do is, all I have is CJ, so.
Big sex in Taco Bell.
So, you already know.
Yeah. I guess the rock climbing trip and then that little tidbit of information were most of my week. Jonah's girlfriend came over.
I thought you were going to say broke up
on the weekend.
That would have been funny.
Jonah's girlfriend left him for
a woman.
I don't know where to take that. So actually, hold on. Jonah broke up with his girlfriend for me. That's where I could take it. Yeah.
That sounds more appropriate. That sounds more like it.
No, they had a fun week and stuff. They watched the Marvel, Captain Marvel without me, and I was a little upset.
Nerd.
Yeah, I went to work, and they're like, we're going to go get some, I don't remember. They went out for food, and then, they're like, yeah, we also ended up watching Captain Marvel. And I was like, God dang it. But it's okay, because I really don't have a lot of money, so.
Given's low on that coin.
Speaking of which, I do have a little bit. I have a little bit of coin. Just a little bit. $20.
I have this $1 coin. It's the dollar coin that you gave me for Christmas 3 years ago.
That's the only coin he has?
No, I've got a big mug of change.
Mug of change? Wow. Dude, that sounds dramatic. The mug of change. But instead of change, it's change. You know where I'm going.
I get you. Instead of change, it's change.
You get it. I'm trying to think besides rock climbing trip. We turned in a green screen assignment for our animation class. Actually, there's no point in having your reaction to that because it was a video and the people in the podcast wouldn't be able to see it. But it was
you
pretty
can still
much.
Send it to me because it's probably funny.
I can still send it. It consists. He gave us like a very open topic. Like he was just make a commercial and make it 30 seconds. And I was like,
wait, what did you advertise?
Water.
Water?
That's all I advertised. Because he didn't say anything. He was like, it needs a graphic. You need to be green screened onto the footage from this site. And then do whatever you want. And so I did whatever I wanted. Which was advertising water. Brayden's watching that right now. I'm going to give some other information. I should probably do this every time we talk about brain cells. Whenever an animation class, we always, once we're finished with the final product, we all see each other's in the classes. So like I could always go over that stuff. And this week there was some very fun ones. There was a commercial for... Oh, wait, hold on. Brayden, give me your response to my commercial really quick.
It's not done yet.
Okay. Okay. There was a commercial for like syphilis.
Wait, commercial advertising syphilis?
No, against syphilis. There was one advertising for cigarettes though, and it was like,
that's probably something
you
I would have
vape?
done.
Why don't you smoke cigarettes instead? It was pretty funny.
I probably would have done that because that would have been funny.
And then there's one. Oh, you got a response for mine?
It's just you drinking water and then you going water. And it's all in black and white. I'm like,
that's all it is.
Like, I'm gonna drink some water after watching that, but that commercial makes me want to not drink water.
This commercial has made me want to never drink anything ever again. No, it was. I was just like, I don't want to actually think of a commercial, and this will be funny to me. So what the commercial consists of is it's me drinking water on like some old footage, and then like there's 4 shots, and it starts with like a wide shot, and then it gets closer, and then it's like really zoomed up in my face, and I'm like drenched with water drinking, and I look like dead in the camera, and then I continue drinking, and then it zooms back out to the big shot, and then it says water, and I was just like, this seems a little goofy. I'm good with that. So I couldn't think of anything specific.
Did you at least get a good grade on it, I hope?
I don't even know yet. Like, I just turned it in yesterday.
Oh.
But there was an advertisement for smoking. There's one for like some sexually transmitted disease. There's one my group member Ron made, which I was a part of. I'd say it was the funniest one, just because it's like an advertisement for joining the military, and like most of it is me just handstand walking around the screen. And it's really dumb, and that's why I liked it. He's like, look at this young soldier, and then I just like handstand walk across the screen, which obviously.
During my second semester of college at SOC, when I was in my communications class, which is like speech class basically, and our last speech was a what's the word? Persuasive speech, and one of our classmates did a speech on why you should stay a virgin, and like the big thing was like diseases, and she like put in some close-ups of like a few of them, and it was gross.
Oh, she sounds smart. I mean, that's a good way to keep me a virgin. Like I had a chance anyway.
she asked if anyone in the class was a virgin. I think me, her, and like one other person raised their hand.
And then she looked dead in the face of everyone else, especially the teacher, and was like, you all have AIDS. And then she bowed and left. Yeah, it wasn't a persuasive speech. I think it was an informative speech, and I did it on... Actually, no, it was a persuasive speech, and it was not to not have sex, but it was to just go get checked for STDs if you've had sex. Because there's a few that like just lie dormant and stuff, and you don't want to be spreading that to people. You don't want rumors going around and all that crap. It was a pretty good speech.
These hoes
my
is
intro
dirty.
for it.
You gotta
These
get
hoes
checked.
is dirty. The intro for my speech was it was very funny in the moment. So I stood up there and my teacher's like, okay, go. And then I just stare out into the crowd. I'm like, people have sex. And the room just bust out laughing. And that was my whole intro. Because I was like, I don't really know how I'm going to lead into this one. But, yeah.
Yeah, this is true. People have sex.
People have sex. I'm like, and they get STD.
Right.
Well,
Wait,
we
are you
already
do-
went off on a little bit of
Are
a
you done with
tangent.
your week?
Oh, yeah, dude. My week
I
was
haven't
pretty
done
much
my
rock
week
climbing.
yet.
And the chick is from Sterling. Give me your week, brother.
So
There's
my
one other
week.
thing in my week, but I'll send it
What?
to you in a second. Don't worry.
Oh.
I'll send it to
So
you. Yeah.
my week has been pretty average. I've had rehearsals. I've had a meeting yesterday where we decided our next season of shows. I'm not gonna tell you, but Saturday I was at rehearsal and I always bring my phone charger with me just in case. And something in the bag, like in my backpack, like squished my charger down, so like I couldn't plug it in. And so like I stole one from my sister's room that was absolute garbage. Like it sufficed for a day, but then you know what? I was like, I could fix this because it just bent the metal. And so I took a pair of pliers and for like 30 minutes I was just going at it and I fixed it like an absolute boss.
I'm very
So,
proud of you for fixing it. It's still kind of funny that actually it makes sense that it took 30 minutes because even though it is just a bent piece of metal, there's like stuff in it, Yeah.
Like
mean,
the only thing
good
that
on you,
changed
though.
is that like it takes a little bit more force to put it in and pull it out. That's what she said.
Also, I kind of like when something clicks in firmly. When it's like too loose, you're like, I don't know, man.
Well, I mean, it doesn't click in firmly. It's just like I have to like pull and push and
Yeah, so then it
decent amount.
clicks in. It's like, yeah. It's firm in there. Ooh, I have something that happened this week related to Chargers.
What is it like the Chargers, the football team?
Nope. I bought charging, like magnetic charging cable stuff. So like you plug in this thing into the bottom of your phone and like, how you plug in Macs, like the ones that we had at the school? It's just a magnet kind of.
Yeah.
That's what my phone, my iPad, and Jonah's phone now have. And so it's like I only need one cord to charge everything, so it's really nice.
That's cool. But like, what if you need to charge multiple things at once?
I have 2 cords.
Oh. What if you need to charge
And
all
he
3
has a
things
cord.
at once?
He has a cord, but I should never need to do that. So
Yeah.
also that's the other thing with this. Like normally I'm like, oh, I gotta plug in my phone, and then I gotta unplug my phone. But I actually end up charging my phone more often because I just like chuck it. Like it's just a magnet. Like I literally just like put the cord next to it and it's charging.
I mean, my
I'm
phone's
like,
charging.
yeah,
My phone's charging
Continue
right now. I'm
with
at
your week.
76%.
76.
I wrote, so as I've said on the podcast before, I write songs with a friend of mine. And I've tried to write songs by myself in the past, but they've all been garbage, like half-written songs. But I actually sat down, and over the course of like 2 days, over the course of like 3 different sessions of writing the song, I actually came up with one that is decent.
Okay.
It's all right. I mean, it's good. I'm gonna get some feedback from it from some of my other music friends, just because I want to write more by myself, just to know that I'm competent. But
Yeah.
we had Champs Night as usual. And another thing that happened is I left Goatee Gang. I already told Given about this.
Shaved it off. He no longer has a pubic goatee, as you guys can tell by the footage.
I wasn't a pubic goatee. It was full.
No, I'm talking about you had a goatee on your pubic plate.
Oh.
It was an arrow pointing straight at your ding dong.
Yo, I went to take a sip of water and the water just like threw itself at me.
It was like, not today.
Yeah,
so
that's
is that pretty
basically
much your week?
That's basically my week. Yeah, I was gonna have to leave Goatee Gang anyway at the end of April because for the show I'm in. So I was just like, I'm just gonna get rid of it early.
Okay.
Because
Wow.
every single guy in our show has some sort of facial hair, like consistent facial hair that they always have, me included. And so I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna start the trend and just getting rid of it. And so I did.
Okay, well, I mean, better sooner than later.
So you want to go right into
Talk
music?
about songs? Yeah.
So who wants to go first?
I'll go first. We'll start off with the worst person. I'm the worst person because I have a bad review for your song.
That's a great song. How could it be bad? How could you have a bad review?
Brayden gave me the song "I Want You" (parentheses She's So Heavy) by The Beatles. Some might call them the Beatles. I don't know who would do that though. It's obviously Beatles. And I do have some good things, or like some things that I specifically liked about the songs. But like I like when in songs they like make the music, like the strumming of a guitar or something, like hit exactly with like how the person's singing, and it does that in the intro to this song. You know what I mean, Brayden?
Like the guitar notes are the same notes that the person singing.
I don't know if like it's the same, but like it happens at the same time.
Yeah,
and, like,
it's they're the same notes, but at the very beginning it's not. But in the once the singing starts, yeah.
Yeah, I like gives a feeling of like gives a nice feeling in a song, you know. But I don't know that the pace and like the speed of the song wasn't for me. Like, it kind of was like drifting around, wasn't really doing much.
But it's a total vibe song.
Yeah, I can see it as a vibe song, but like as a song, like just hey, let's listen to this song. Like it didn't hit how it could have, or how songs I normally like do. But
I'm surprised you haven't like your the length of the song isn't a part of your review yet.
Oh no, I literally don't care about the length of the song. That's totally fine. It's just
minutes.
like the actual song. I just pulled up the lyrics so I would know. Like it's the lyrics.
It's the same phrase over and over again.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that if the song has like some vibing that I want to vibe with, but this one I wasn't vibing with it. Like Daft Punk and stuff. Like I just get into that.
One of my favorite songs of all time is like that, and like it works so well. It's not the song I'm gonna give you though. Which I mean I could, but I'm not gonna.
So can you give me your opinion on the "I Want You" song and like why you? Because I understand, like if you were in the mood, you could vibe with it.
Like
that's what songs like this are meant to do.
Honestly, like it reminds me of like the summertime. Just like driving to like rehearsal, like 45 minutes away from home. That's on the road. I'm there. I'm on the road. I'm in the moment. I'm just driving, living my best life. It just makes me happy. It's like, and I like how like it goes from like the beginning is cool,
it like changes
and then like there's silence for like a second, and then it goes into the guitar and the singing, and then the chorus is cool because like it goes, all the harmonies stack up on each other, and then the solo is just really cool. The ending, okay, the one part I hate about this song is the ending. The very end.
I'm looking at the lyrics right now. So
it just stops.
Oh yes, I noticed that. I thought I totally forgot that happened, but like literally it's music and then it just stopped. And I was like, did my internet cut out? And I'm like, oh, I guess it ended.
No, and like if you're listening to the album just straight through, like it stops, then like there's nothing for like 3 seconds, and then Here Comes the Sun starts playing, and like it's a very happy, upbeat song. And like it's just like the contrast is just like night and day, literally. But honestly, I love that song. I'd give it a solid 9 out of 10.
Oh, that's I was gonna say I think you know how you said like when you're vibing to it in the car, you could really get into it. When I was listening to it, I immediately was like, if this was happening hand in hand with a scene in a movie, like, you know, a cinematic, like, stuff's happening and it's looking cool and the music just matches perfectly. I feel like I would, if I heard it in that context, I think it would like up my opinion of it a lot.
One of my friends, like bands, like one of the local bands used to play this song, and like I always get hype when they play it. But honestly, it's one of those songs where I could just vibe in the car, but it's also a song where I could just vibe and chill and mellow out if I'm just hanging with a bunch of friends. Like if we're just booling, hanging out in a room, just sitting around, and like one of my friends is playing a record, and like it just comes on. I'm like, all right, bet. Like let's just listen and have a conversation about life.
Okay, that's good. You want to react to my song now? Which I don't know if that's the actual name of the song. The name of the video that I gave him was Diamond Jack.
Okay.
But
wait, what's your rating out of 10?
I don't have a rating out of 10. You know me, I usually just like songs.
But I rated all mine out of 10. So
listen, I'm not you. You can eat my shorts.
Are you even wearing shorts?
I'm actually just wearing underwear right now, and I'm not going to stand up to prove it.
I'm wearing jeans.
I ate my lunch and then took a nap because I was like, I'm kind of tired, and I don't want to be tired during the podcast. So I took like a 20-minute nap, and it was like, time to go, and I didn't put my pants back on.
So your song, Diamond Jack, it starts slow and boring, but then like I was kind of like, what is this piece of garbage? And then like I was like, then around the minute mark, it gets hype.
It picks up and hypes, dude.
And like it's like a vintage feel, like a 40s style, like big band style. And I like that kind of music. And so like, I love the horns. It's not about the song itself, but the video concept was cool about like a diamond heist. And like he opens the diamond and it's a bomb.
So the video is supposed to be that there's a guy and he goes to steal a diamond, and like there's an inspector chasing him and stuff. But what they don't realize is the guy is actually trying to save them because somebody hid a bomb in a fake diamond at this like gala or something. And so the song, I think, is The Villain I Appear to Be. Yeah, that's what the actual song is named.
Oh.
So it's the song is about him, like, it appears he's a villain, but like he's just there to save the day and cruise on his rollerblades through the night.
I really liked the ending. Yeah, it's a I wouldn't call it a vibe. It's more of like a mood.
Yeah.
It's like current mood, Diamond Jack.
I can get that.
I couldn't understand the words at some point because like the song was going super fast. I mean, maybe if I listen to it again.
You should probably listen to it again in your own time. The words, I love singing along to that song.
I like the ending a lot. My score is 8.5 out of 10.
While I talk about one of the other songs that I was given by Justin, I'm going to send you the lyrics to this song. I don't know how to use the internet. There we go, paste. So another song that we were given, I don't know, do you know if Greenback Boogie or I'm a Robot or whatever, do you know who gave you that song?
Jonah.
Justin. Jonah did? Well, I'll be honest, I did not vibe with this song at all. Did not. I mean, it felt like kind of repetitive and like not in a good way.
I'm actually gonna lower my score of it. I'm gonna fix that. There we go.
Of Greenback Boogie or the Villain I... Yeah. Greenback Boogie. I don't know. I was listening to it and it was just kind of like... Even though it was pretty much all I was doing, like I was fiddling with something, it kind of just like droned in the background of my mind.
Like the start's absolute garbage, but like it definitely gets better as like it goes on. Like each verse in the beginning gets more and more hype. And like I enjoy that. Definitely like the best part for me is like the last minute.
I have a question. Because like literally it droned on like in my mind. I don't know what was happening, but did it have like a rise? You know, like in the Diamond Jack song, it had like a very clear arc and then like a slow fade away.
Yeah.
Did this boogie have anything like that happening? Because for me, it felt very flat. and like possibly
got-
something towards the end.
It got like this. It got more hype and more hype as it went on, but like it definitely like it plateaued.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, all right, it's okay.
Yeah,
Like
my opinion is like it's okay. I don't know, for some reason it didn't hit with me.
My rating is 7 out of 10.
Okay.
My original score was a 7.5, but I just put it down to 7.
Okay.
Right.
And did you start this review of this song, or did I? I did. So you start the next one.
Right. The one Justin gave was "All My Days" by Alexi Murdoch. This is more of my genre of music that I like to listen to on a regular basis. Like the beginning kind of just sounds the same. Like the whole song kind of just sounds the same. Like, and then all the word, like the phrases all end with "all of my days," and then one of them ended in "all of these days," and I was like, oh man, he's changing it up. But, I was like, oh wow, he's changing it up. He's saying "all of these days" instead of "all of my days," and I love the strings, like the violins and like the violas and cellos. I don't know what's.
I like the style of this singing. You know, like like it's a specific style. I don't know what it's called, but
I don't know if he's British or not, but he sounds British.
Only one way to find out. A British musician. That was actually really easy. I thought I would have to click a few more times. Yeah, British musician and songwriter. Currently
And like
living in Berlin. Continue.
It's weird. He's a British singer that sounds British. You don't get a lot of that.
What about that one orange-haired guy?
Ed Sheeran? In a lot of his songs, he doesn't sound it, but like in a few of his like newer ones, yeah, he's bringing it out more.
Yeah, I guess he does kind of.
And I also hate it when American singers try to do that. And I'm throwing shade at one of my friends who did that on an EP he just released.
Is it Bradley?
I was about to say we're not going to name names, but yeah.
I was like, Bradley absolutely loves British songs, so I'm not surprised. He didn't do it badly, though, did he? Hello?
Oh, you like cut out for a few seconds.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry. Did he do it well? Because I'm assuming he did it like well. Did he not?
I mean, just because I hate it when people do that, I don't think he did it well. But like,
okay,
I'm just biased. But like, if other people like that song,
okay,
like the song itself is good. It's just like, like why'd you have to do it like that?
You're like, why'd you do that? Yeah, I can understand it.
For me, the last minute of the song is the best part.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm giving a score of 8 out of 10.
Okay. Well, those are songs.
Okay, what song are you giving me to listen to?
Oh, dude, I never think about this. I literally gave him his song like 10 minutes before this podcast. Yeah. I have to go look at my my downloads. But instead of me just looking at my downloads, how about we find something else to talk about for a second?
But I want to know. I'll give you my song.
Okay, give me your song.
This song came out when I was in like 7th grade, and like I was vibing it. I've been vibing it since then. It's called "Shooting Star" by Jesse Cale.
Okay, Shooting Star, Jesse Cale
with a C.
Okay. I was gonna say, update us on your progress at the gym.
Due to life circumstance, I have not been able to get back.
Take it back. Take it back. What's your life circumstance?
I've just been busy, and I like to go with other people, and other people have been busy. Well, especially because like I'm not a member of the gym. I need to go with my friend who, like, I am her plus one. So like, if she can't go, I can't go.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah.
Okay. Speaking of gyms in Sterling, I recently found out. Is it Newman Center? Is that what it's called?
Like
no, what's the other high school? Yeah.
Newman.
Okay, well, they have like a gym part where they have like the warped wall from friggin' all the action game shows or whatever. Not game shows. I can't remember. Like American Ninja Warrior, you know, at the very end we got to run up the warped wall.
They have that?
I'm fairly sure because I saw Brody Hibbard. He's got an Instagram where he posts his big muscles. He posted something and like it was tagged at the Newman Center, and then I double checked with him, and he was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Whoa, that's dope." I think they also had a salmon ladder, and I was like, "You know what I'm doing?" Salmon ladder.
I'm probably gonna be hanging. No, I don't know what a salmon ladder is. I'm gonna be hanging out with Brody tomorrow probably, and I'm gonna tell him that you name dropped him.
A name drop. Yeah, he's got big muscles. What you want?
Well, you got big muscles too. You're trying to fight him.
I'm just saying he posts pictures of his muscles. He's got a following because of his muscles. He has a separate Instagram account so he can get muscle famous.
I only follow his main one.
I'm fairly sure he does.
Well, we don't have to talk about that now. That's irrelevant.
Listen, all we're going to talk about for the next 30 minutes is his muscles. Okay. So you haven't been able to go to the gym, unfortunately?
But I still have been trying to like watch what I eat.
Has that been going well?
It's been going all right. I mean, after this podcast is done, I'm going to eat like a piece or two of za.
Za.
So
I've got some za sitting next to me, so...
What
okay,
kind of
I'm going
za?
to give you a sausage.
No, like what the like the place of origin.
Oh, it's our dining hall. It's not
is
the
it all
best
right?
za.
I mean,
It's
I've got
like-
Angelo's in my fridge. I'm going to tear that up.
It's okay za.
It's the best
it's not
za
bad.
in town. It's
I
the
mean,
best.
I'm talking about the za I got, brother.
Oh. Like, no, I'm just saying that, okay, listen, even though you don't like Angelo's that much, you can't deny it's the best pizza in town.
Nope.
Are you going to
do
say it's
deny that.
Maria's?
I'd say it's under Maria's, and Casey's is also under Maria's, but ahead of
Okay, you
Angelo's.
can't say that Casey's...
I can say Casey's. It tastes
'Cause
better.
although-
What do you want from me?
No, I'm talking about local pizza places.
Oh,
like-
well, in that case, Casey's doesn't count, but...
Yeah. Like...
Then aren't there
Mom-
only like 2 spots in our town?
No, there's
Maria's?
there's Angelo's, there's Maria's, Alan Lita's.
Oh wait, hold on. Which is the one? Where is Alan Lita's located?
By Dairy Mart.
Okay, yeah. Just want to double check.
It's like a few blocks from my house.
I have eaten there once, and I don't remember what the pizza was like, so I can't have an opinion on that.
Pizza's all right.
I would definitely put Maria's above. Yep, the other one.
Angelo's.
Yeah.
But dude, Angelo's is fire.
Listen, I don't know, something about the way they do their thing, it doesn't tickle my tickle.
My friend said that she doesn't like Angelo's purely based off the crust. Just because it's a little sweet.
Yeah, I understand that. It like the crust is a little sweet. The sauce to cheese ratio is wrong in my opinion. They're just doing a few too many things, like off, and it just puts me off when I eat the pizza.
The sauce to cheese, like there could be a little bit more sauce for the amount of cheese.
What I'm hearing is
but,
you don't
like,
like Angelo's. No, I'm just kidding.
But like it's still fire.
Yeah. Okay, I found out the song I want to give you though. So we can stop talking about pizza. So there's this man named Jack Stauber, and I started bopping to his music I think this semester, possibly last semester, but really bopping this semester. And I think I'm gonna give you the song Inchman. Inchman. One word, Jack Stauber's Micro Pop.
How do you spell that?
You might need to look it up on YouTube, but it is Stauber.
Okay, I'll listen to that later.
Yeah, I love the feel of a lot of his songs, and that's what I'm gonna give you.
And just so you know, the song I gave you is not 8 minutes long.
It's not, or did you say it?
It is not.
Okay.
Let me actually let me get a length on that. 3 minutes and 35 seconds.
Okay, the song I gave you was like 5 minutes 33, right?
I don't know.
Okay, well, whatever.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. All the songs I had to listen to besides yours were like over 5 minutes. I'm like, 3.5 is like my go-to.
That's what the song was I just gave you. I've already got him on the hook, guys.
And the song that I wrote is 2.5.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
I will say songs that are like 1.5, can't respect them.
I can respect that. Some of my favorite songs are 2 minutes and 6 seconds.
I can accept 2 minutes, but like when it's just 1:30, I feel like there wasn't enough effort put in or like actual like skill. I don't know. It puts me off.
I thought that my song was like the song that I wrote was too short, but then like I remember like all like the like headaches I got over it trying to think. I was like,
are you talking about the rap song or the song that you were just talking about?
That I just wrote.
Okay, because I'm fairly sure your rap song is like 1:20,
something like that. It's 1:45.
Okay.
No, Space Thoughts came to me very easy.
I feel like you were just like, let's get it. Just wrote it.
Two of those like phrases were races. So like, and I think race gave me like a rhyme or two also, but like most of the song is me. Yeah. So basically what you need to do is you also need to come up with a rap name and rap song, and
I need to make a whole song now.
Yeah.
What's your rap?
What's your rap name?
Brothers implement.
Stop. It's make it be Lil and the last thing you ate.
Lil Flatbread.
No, dude, that works. We got Lil Funnel Cake and we got Lil Flatbread.
Because we're both flat. I don't know what that has to do with it. No. Lil Flatbread. That's actually very funny for some reason.
How about the Lil and the name of the first street you grew up on?
Hold on. How about we go with Little Bacon and Broccoli Cheesy Flatbread, since that's what it was. The name of the street I grew up on?
Yeah.
Technically, I grew up on like 3 streets.
Oh.
But
what's the coolest sounding one?
Raven.
Raven?
Yeah, I grew up on a Raven Street. My last name's Raven, for anybody who doesn't understand.
Why? Is it just coincidence?
Yep. My mom grew up on Raven Street, and then like my papa's hip hop name was Raven. I don't know when he changed his last name to Raven, but he did that.
But he changed his last name to... His last name isn't actually Raven?
Well, it is legally now.
Well, yeah,
but it wasn't
legally.
when he was born.
Oh.
I think it was like... Oh, I'm going to get this wrong. I think it was Yehuda.
What? Yehuda?
Listen. Yehuda.
That sounds
I might be
Jewish.
wrong. I might be. Yeah, listen. We're Jewish. What do you want from me? What was I going to say, though? I've got some random stuff to talk about.
Given is the literal definition of blackish.
Blackish. I'm 30%. It's just blackish, you know. Oh, dude, there's this just branching off
I mean
that.
like the TV show Blackish. Like it's about a family of black Jews.
Yeah, that's what black people are. I want to branch off of something that just happened. I don't remember what it was. Oh, Blackish. Yes. Okay. So, KSI, the popular YouTuber, has been doing a video series.
Quality
I think
content.
it might be over now, but it was where he would invite people to a Discord, and then they'd be able to ask him one question.
Wait, were you on One Question Go?
No, but I was like, if I was, I know what question I would ask him. What % black do you have to be to have the N-word pass? Huh? That's a pretty good question.
Bet.
Can I technically say it? I mean, in my opinion, I can't, just because I grew up with such, black values and stuff. But what % would he have given me? It's an interesting question, Either way, let's move on to something else that is I have written down here. I think I just wrote down a bunch of random stuff that I found interesting or like funny.
Right.
So one of them is sand off. This was a concept brought about by a movie that I watched, and I'm totally spacing on the name. It was a really good movie about a man and his friend having to one of them has like cancer, and like, so the guy, it might not be cancer, he has some medical condition, and like
AIDS.
He's going to die, but he can choose to like take some drugs that'll just kill him, like medically. And so like they have to deal with that and like about it. In either way, the movie is very real with their relationship, and they're in a car at one point, and they bring up, you know, when you're just talking with your friends and you have like some random question like, what will your superhero power be or whatever. The question was, how many wishes would you have to use before you got to sand off? So like if a genie gave you infinite wishes, sand off is, you can say sand off and all the sand will come off of you. How many wishes would it take for you to get to sand off?
If you have infinite wishes, why wouldn't it just be your first wish?
Okay, but they have to be going in order of importance.
Oh.
That's the concept.
I would probably say within like a few hundred.
A few hundred. You see, I initially thought like I wouldn't even wish for it or something like that. But then I was thinking you can get so many like important wishes just done and out of the way so easily. Just like good health for my family, good health for my descendants, wealth. Like you can just wrap them in a nice big old package and like easily wish. Like within the first 10, all you would need to live a good life. I was just thinking about this. I had a good question for one question go, but I forgot it. No, yeah, I would ask for an N-word pass. I think you would just say no. Or he'd probably be like, how black are you? Wait, what?
He told one person
hilarious.
to call him the N-word, and then he did, and then he was upset.
That was hilarious, dude.
He was like, call me a ninja. And he was like, you're a effing friend. And then he was like, fam.
I love that the guy purposely said it in like the whitest voice he could. Mm-hmm. That added so much to the humor of that video. That was great. So you just ask for the N-word pass?
Yeah.
My initial first thought for what I would ask him is I would ask him to go get a hug. I was like, pause your recording. Go get a hug. Because he always seems so off in those videos. I'd be like, you know what? How's he going to respond to that one? Is he going to go give a hug or is he going to yell at me? Those are the two options.
Either you're going to get yelled at. Honestly, getting yelled at by KSI would be fun.
Yeah.
No, I'd ask him if he want a box.
That's my kink. Dude, honestly, I wanna get boxing training though. You know I'm pretty fit. Dude, you should box
KSI. You'd get your ass beat.
Are you sure? Dude, we're like the same weight class. I am a little bit taller than him. My reach is definitely longer than his. And if I trained, I think I could easily get him. Yeah, that's right, KSI. I'm calling you out.
Yo, dude, challenge KSI to a boxing fight right now. He
literally won't do anything, but I challenge you to a boxing fight after I get training.
I'll tweet KSI right now.
You do that.
Watch me, wiener.
Okay, let's move on to something else that I have written down, which is handshake with my boss. So we went over this a while ago that I got a job on campus or whatever. And there was something that came up in class, which was like about how like if somebody doesn't like a weak handshake, it isn't actually like to show masculinity. It just shows like strength, like that you're a strong person in like multiple aspects. And I'm just saying, when I shook hands with my boss, she gave me one of those floppy boys. And I was like...
I hate that.
I know. It always just puts you off. You're like, just give me a nice firm handshake. So, that was the last...
Where was I? I got a real weak one from... Actually, I know exactly who it was, and I'm not going to say.
I mean, somebody probably could stalk me and find out who my boss is. But I was going to say... Like
my what do you do like if like you shake someone's hand with the firm and they're all softy and flaccid, like how does that, like do you just immediately go to flaccid?
You kind of have to go to flaccid, because if they're so flaccid, you have to still be instigating the handshake, but you can't be so firm that it's like weird for them, you know? Like if you're squeezing a flaccid person's hand, like they're very aware of it. You just kind of grab it daintily and shake it carefully. But I was going to say, the other thing that I really don't like when going for handshakes You know when you go for a nice handshake and like the part in between your index finger and your thumb, you know, that curve,
Yeah.
like it just slams into the other person's and like you just grab each other's hands and it's nice.
Yeah.
I hate when people grab too early. I had a friend who did it once and I told him that I didn't like it, and every time I shake his hand now he purposely grabs me wrong. I went to give him a handshake and he like grabbed just my fingers. Like, so the curvy part of his hand was like at my second knuckle on my fingers. And I was like, no, now I can't give a good handshake. Because it like just forces you into an awkward handshake.
Oh God, people just need to learn.
When will you learn?
Like,
Yeah.
one of my old bosses gave crappy handshakes.
They're like, I'm in a position of power now. I can give people the worst handshakes ever.
All right, what else you want to talk about?
Most of this stuff is random stuff that branches off of school things. So my next one that branches off of random school things is tariffs with China.
I thought you were going to
that's
say
right.
terrorists.
Terrorists in my booty. No, tariffs. I was reading something for a paper I had to write, and right now there are tariffs in place, like for imports from China, because Americans feel like China is like, you know, they have all the manufacturing jobs and stuff, and so Americans are like, oh, jobs, and so there's like high tariffs. And
We're getting yeeted on by China. Also, PewDiePie is only 2,000 subscribers ahead of T-Series.
it happens.
Only 2,000. All right, go on.
I will go on now. And I was reading, and the article, a very trustworthy article, said that in the production of iPhones, which, you know, iPhones are like notoriously like made in China and stuff.
As an Apple user, I am proud of that.
They only contribute.
Proud of the fact that I have an iPhone, not about child labor. Let me just be.
I don't know if it's necessarily child labor, but either way,
Probably.
China contributes $14 out of like $316 that goes into making an iPhone. It's like the lowest percentage ever.
Only takes $8.
It's like it's like $8 worth of labor and $4 worth for like the battery pack or whatever they're including, like of actual parts in it. They're mostly assembly, and their assembly, like actual cost is just so low, and like Americans just don't realize it, that China actually isn't like taking much in that form of jobs. And then later on it went on to say that, and even for other jobs, unemployment in America doesn't correlate to you know, China's manufacturing industry like at all.
Yeah, but like imagine like if we made iPhones in America, how more expensive they'd be than they already are.
Yeah, which that obviously that's why we have them made in China. But it's just the thing about the tariffs. You know, we only have those tariffs in place because Americans feel like, you know, China's got them jobs and whatever. When
Well, then move to China, friend.
I'm not saying they have it like better than us or anything. I'm saying that the tariffs aren't as, they should be like lessened or whatever, because we've been being told something that isn't true, you know. Americans
Listen,
are like,
it smells like
jobs,
broke.
and, like, the facts.
It smells like broke all up in China. So like I'm not going there.
Oh yeah, it definitely smells like broke. There was some
Like,
other statistics.
No one in China has AirPods.
There was like, there's no arable land. I heard this was the worst statistic ever. I should stop laughing. It said if you breathe air in China for a day, it would be like smoking 2 packs of cigarettes.
I mean, bet.
I was like, that's horrible.
But probably true.
Honestly, but yeah.
So like basically what we should do is we should both buy some AirPods and then go to China to flex on all the poor people.
Yeah, sounds like a good plan. Either way,
Wait, would
that's
you
something I found
actually buy
interesting.
AirPods though?
No, I find them so dumb and useless.
Like,
Just because
I want to get like a $50 like knockoff pair and like flex on people to make them think they're real.
my thing about AirPods and like actual practical use, one, I don't use earbuds as often as I use headphones, even for like my phone. Two, I already have a pair of Bluetooth headphones. And three, there was a third one. Oh yeah, I feel like I would really lose the AirPods or like just one of them or something. And I'd be like, oh no. It's like an inch and a half or something, like just a little small thing that could get lost.
Just like your ween.
My ween. That's right, guys. I always get it lost in the folds of my flab.
I'm gonna send you something.
Okay. Oh, did you get the thing I sent you on Snapchat? Check your Snapchat, because that's also something that happened this week, like 5 seconds ago. No, it was a while ago, but during the podcast. Are you sure about that? You. That's because my Wi-Fi cut out. So I can introduce that one. So I've been trying to learn how to backflip from standing. And recently, in like when recording commercials and stuff, I had to backflip, or like I was asked to backflip, and I was like, I'll do my best. And then like I actually smashed it. And I edited a video of me doing a backflip. So I'm gonna go try to send this again. Yep, failed to send. Retrying. What were you about to say? You're saying something.
I said I was gonna send you something.
You were gonna send me something. Is this something to react to, or?
I mean, you could watch it and react to it. I mean, you could. It's 10 seconds. Did you get it? It's on Discord. It doesn't say that it's sent. So
no, I did not. But is it something that's like worth responding to on podcasts, or you just?
I mean, it's topical.
Okay.
It'll give you a giggle.
A little giggle. So just because I don't have a lot of embarrassing stories, I wrote down a little embarrassing encounter that happened recently so I could share it with you. And I will share that with you right after I look at this video and react to it a little bit.
I like that. I'm going to save that.
That's a pretty good video. Made me giggle. Okay, so Brayden just saw the video of me doing the backflip, and it's a shooting star meme, so I go up and do my backflip, and like right as I'm about to spin into the backflip, I just spin into space. Because it's on a green screen.
Oh, I didn't hear the audio, but yeah.
Oh, play the audio. Oh, yeah. But play it quietly so there's no copyright. I'm going to talk over this right now.
It's already over.
Okay. Yeah, it was just a fun edit. And like, I was editing it in the middle of the night, and then Jonah woke up, and I'm like, hey, check this out. And he's like, that's amazing.
What else do you want to talk about? What else do we have?
I told you I wrote down a little kind of embarrassing thing that happened to me. You know when in the movies somebody like goes to wave at somebody and they like switches to the view of the main character and he like waves back and then the person's friend just walks past them waving?
Oh, did that happen to you?
No, but I'm like always worried it'll happen. So somebody from my class waved at me in the dining hall. And like, I looked her dead in the face, wasn't sure if she was looking at me, looked behind me, saw nothing, and I looked back at her, and she's like, no, I'm waving at you. She like pointed with a fork. So I'm like sitting there embarrassed, and I wave back at her.
Given's out here getting waved at by these thotties, dude, in the club, man.
In the dining hall club, let's get it.
Dude, did you smash after?
No, literally didn't do anything.
You didn't go up and talk to her and just like hang out?
You see, I would have
like all memes aside, like
I was gonna finish. I would have sat with her and eaten with her, except I had came to the dining hall with my roommate and our friend to eat. So,
well, then y'all could have just ate with her.
I only thought about that afterward, because she sat down somewhere and there like was already some people in the semi vicinity, and you don't like want to sit next to other people, other friend groups, then it gets too loud. You gotta have your own table segmented off. Like in our high school where like all the tables were filled up all the time at lunch. Well, at this dining hall, it's like 50% of them are filled up. So you got some nice spacing out, you know?
Oh man, I cannot stand like lunch in high school because like if one person sits in like the wrong place, it messes everything up.
It literally messes nothing up, and Brayden just thinks like, it does.
If your table is usually full and someone takes your spot,
okay,
and then you have to sit at someone else's table that's usually full. They got everyone's mixed and matched. Like,
yes, I can agree that one is annoying. I thought you just meant like somebody took my spot and I have to sit on the other side of this table. But if it is a full table, it's very annoying. Like, because like that's your friend group that you sit with at lunch, and like now you gotta go sit somewhere else. Maybe you'll be gone from that friend group forever. Who knows?
That always pissed me off.
Yeah, that was like a big meme for us freshman year, wasn't it? Because we had like one big table, and like half the time there would be like 2 or 3 people like sitting on their foot. Like not actually on a seat at the table because it was full. It's like always.
Actually, I don't think I was in your. I wasn't in your lunch in freshman year.
Freshman year for me, it was like you gotta rush to that table.
Do you remember sophomore year where you were being a huge dick and you went up and like went to shake my hand, and then you had like a hot dog in it and rubbed it all over my hand?
Wait a minute. There's no way this happened and I forgot about it. There's no way that happened. That did not happen.
That happened. I have CJ as my witness.
That I did this?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm a prank genius.
No, but do you also remember that same year where you made me punch myself in the face?
I do remember that one.
Okay, so for people who don't know, so Given walked up to us.
Can I explain this? Or actually, you explain the first part. I'm going to explain the actual high five mechanics.
Okay, so what had happened was Given sat at like another table while me and CJ sat at this other table. And he'd usually come over to us and talk to us. And he came over with like a high five thing aimed at me. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to high five him. And so I had my hand in the air. Waiting to receive.
He was waiting to receive his high five, and I go up to give the high five, and I don't go for like an overhand, like rotational high five. I just kind of push my hand forward and up towards his hand
with a lot of force.
With an average amount of force.
No,
and
this man's
hand, I hit his hand, and his own hand comes back and slaps the glasses off of his own face. I don't understand because I definitely didn't high five you that hard. I think I was just
it was with a lot of force given. Like it hurt my hand. Like
no way.
It went like you were like bang.
I know I have like see, but I only give people really hard high fives if they are like, okay, you can do it. I usually don't just like yeet somebody's hand. I'm fairly sure it was so funny because I was like, how did that happen? Because I like just went up to give you a high five and your hand just flew back at your face.
And like it went underneath like 2 tables away.
Dude, his glasses flew. It was high quality. I wish it would have been recorded. Yeah. Good times.
What else do we have to talk about? Nothing.
I finished all my stuff, and we're almost at an hour. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Wait, I'm trying to think of stuff that's happened during your week that you can talk about, just like little things.
I mean, nothing really. I mean, nothing funny happened at rehearsal. Actually, you know what? Something did funny happen at rehearsal.
Tell me about it.
So there's a part where I'm helping someone who's drunk on a couch, and so she like puts her legs up. And I'm sitting at like the end of the couch, and I go back to look for something, and the director and stage manager are laughing, wanted to know if I was kicked. And so apparently where it looked was where Ashley looks like she kicked me in the nuts. And so we worked it in, and so that I actually do get hit in the nuts in quotes because I don't.
Okay, I was like, wait a minute.
just for the gag. No, but the funny thing is, I'm in my boxers for a lot of this show, and so I was told to wear a cup. So I was told to wear a cup.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be wearing a cup anyway. So if I get hit, it won't be that big of a deal.
I was gonna ask if you were literally just wearing your boxers, or if you had boxers under your boxers so that your pee-pee wouldn't just hang out and give everybody boners.
I will be wearing a cup.
Okay. But were you originally? Or were they just going to let that happen?
It was an ID. I was told to wear like
Underarm.
another pair of underwear under these boxers, but like
Yeah.
I'm gonna now. I guess I'm just gonna wear a cup.
Okay. Yeah, that was all I was thinking about.
So yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty funny.
Yeah. I can't wait for that. That's gonna be funny.
Oh, there was something I was gonna say. I just thought about it and was really excited that I remembered it. I remember it. I can actually go and get checked up at doctors now. Because before I couldn't. I'll tell you my situations before.
Did you not have insurance or anything?
My family had. Yeah, we have insurance. It's just the last time I went to the doctor was for a checkup that was required for school. Okay, and
Wait,
then I
when?
go to. I don't know. It was like a long time ago.
It was
Doesn't
probably
really
before
matter.
senior year.
What? No. It was for college.
Oh.
It was like a year or two ago. And either way, I go get that done, like give my mom's insurance or something. And then I go to school. And then I get like a call like a while later, and they're like, hey, you've got this payment to do. And so I'm immediately like, okay, text mom. And then I like text her, hey, we got this payment. It's this much. Hit that. And it's like not that much money. And then she just apparently doesn't pay for it. And I get other calls. And so pretty much I tell my mom that she has to pay for it like 3 or 4 times before she actually goes and pays for it. And so like there's interest on it, and it just goes up and up in price. And just because of that, I really hadn't tried to go anywhere to get checked up, because I'm like, oh, then I'm gonna have to deal with getting my mom to pay for that and stuff, because I have no money. But recently I got a credit card specifically for if I need to go to the doctor and stuff, and my mom's like, okay, so now you can go find somebody about your braces and your jaw that clicks. And I'm like, yay, I hate my jaw that clicks.
Given's getting braces.
I could get Invisalign, so sorry to disappoint you.
You should not get Invisalign. You should just get
just want
braces.
me to get braces?
No, yeah, so I can make fun of you.
Brayden, maybe I'll do it just for you.
But wait, so another thing that happened was this happened last night, and I walk into my little sister's room to talk to her, and then I look, and she has Things Fall Apart, the book that we read.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I look at it. I open the page, and you see who all had the book in the past. Guess whose book she has?
I mean, you wrote it down on the document, so I know.
Oh, I did. She has.
Tell the audience.
She has CJ's old book.
That's pretty coincidental.
I took a video of it. I'll show you.
I was curious, were there any memes in like that this class/school had about Things Fall Apart besides the name of it? Because I know we would always joke, be like, oh, something fell over, you're like, things fall apart. And then
probably the suicide jokes, or like killing your kid.
Actually, there was like one of them beat somebody else, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we would always joke about that because, that's what we joke about.
I'm going to Okonkwo your ass.
Yeah, stuff like that.
It's okay, because we went from Night John memes to, like,
I forgot about Night John. Memes. Oh, goodness. Yeah, dude. Memes that were, like, part of class were always just great.
Yeah.
Like, ones that anybody would understand if they went to your school. Those were always the best ones. There was something I was gonna say, but I have a horrible memory.
I'm done. I've got everything I need to say said.
Yeah, I think that was pretty good.
End it.
We're gonna end it. Okay. Before we do the regular outro and stuff, though, I just want to make a specific request to any viewers, even though I don't think there's a lot of you. It would be really handy if you could put, like, comment down below things that you would like us to talk about. Yeah, give us topic ideas. So anything you want to hear our opinions about, just slap it in the comments.
Maybe even some questions.
Yeah, questions for question and answers. It would all just be it would make it easier for us to have a more fluid podcast. Because this one, we're kind of jumping around and stuff. But if we have one solid thing that we're going to talk about, even if it's just for like 20 or 30 minutes, that's really handy, and it makes the podcast feel more
because like
formatted.
if we have like, even if like our content of talking about a certain topic is 20 or 30 minutes, we could have like 20 other minutes of talking about like our weeks and general other banter.
Yeah.
So yeah,
because we've tried doing it in the past, but it's just really hard to like think of something.
Which is why
that you
these
could just talk
the
about.
last few podcasts have just been us talking about
I'd
stuff.
say like 5 out of the 10 podcasts have just been random stuff. And I'd say, and the other thing is, it's really good practice for us to just have something to talk about. It'll give us more ideas of like how to, talk in like general purposes during the podcast. You know, like what the audience wants to hear our opinions about and stuff. So it would be very helpful if anybody who's watching could go ahead and comment that. Brayden, it's my turn to outro, isn't it?
Yep. I'm gonna get my line in, but
he's gonna get his line in.
Okay.
See ya. No, hold on. If you guys just
I'm about to throw hands, Given. You're about to catch these hands.
Okay. If you guys like this, make sure to show your support. Like, comment, subscribe, share. That's the most helpful one. We will see you guys in the next, or you'll hear us in the next podcast. And yeah.
Is it time?
It's time.
See ya.